Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the XP Guild Aftermath Session 12. I'm assuming I updated everything right there. Today, the party had last dealt with a group of gnolls that had jumped on the roof of their train car. As they're dealing with these gnolls, they ended up hearing gunfire both like to the front, the engine, and the back, the caboose of the train. Just so we remember what all the parts of a train are. And they're on their way. Generally, the idea was to head towards the engine and deal with those who could possibly stop the train and allow reinforcements or other hazards to deal with whatever's going on in the train. They had cleared their particular group that they were dealing with. There was one guard from that was left alive. And that's kind of where we're going to rejoin the party. If you're on with us live, say hi in chat. We'd love to see who's here, and the players kind of monitor chat slightly. We are live here on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube, so love to have you join us. If you're here on Twitch and you have Amazon Prime, maybe consider dropping your Prime sub. It helps me pay for the programs I use, and that's about it. God, someday maybe I could pay players or myself, but now it's just fun. We're here, so we love y'all. We're gonna be right back. I'm gonna run the intro, and as soon as that's done, we'll jump into the game. Welcome back, everyone. All right. As kind of dust settles, you guys have finished off the few gnolls that happen to have jumped on your particular car. That's what they're called. You guys hear gunfire in both directions. You kind of see that the resistance and the fighting have kind of settled into two areas, really, the engine and the caboose. I think everyone had planned to kind of take to the front, head towards the engine to deal with that there. What is it you guys are up to? Is there anything, like, you're not currently in direct, like, firefight right now, so is there a particular
but we're on the roof, right? And we're still moving.
You're on the roof, the train is still moving. You can hear some gunfire up ahead.
Can we see what's the lay of the track ahead? Is there any cliffside tunnels or bridges over large ravines, or I don't know, a bunch of lions waiting by the side of the train with their mouths open? Just anything like that?
Just random lions.
Tigers or bears?
Oh my.
Oh my.
I knew somebody would.
You got more than somebody. We have one holdout.
That's because he has taste, unlike the rest of us.
No, he just doesn't know how tasteless we are. He's not comfortable yet on jumping in with it.
Let's go.
No, it's for the most part here, you guys had already like done kind of a climbing area, which is where the gnolls had jumped on, and now at this point the tracks have kind of like leveled off, and entered kind of this open stretch. There's not much between here and the distance. You can't even like see another town right now. Looking backwards, you can kind of see down the hill towards this Raven Falls where you guys had left, but it's pretty far in the distance. Mainly like seeing the smoke. And
I remember you said there was like one that was more sort of, like almost like as if he was in charge. That one, does he have like a satchel or anything like that that might contain any notes or anything like that on him?
Yeah, so you guys want to investigate that body. Someone can give a roll with advantage, I'm assuming, because you guys are taking your time and there's multiple of you that could be doing this.
Yeah, I can give an investigation roll. I know how well my first roll went last week. See how it goes this week.
You got this.
I
I'm
believe in you.
excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's good.
Bright side, he said
Advantage,
advantage, so
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What was supposed to be in that one? Oh no, that's not bad. That's not.
there
bad.
we go. There we go.
I can
That's a
accept that.
quesadilla, my guy.
I can accept
What
the
was
50.
Yeah, let's see. The 15. You kind of rummage through this knoll and kind of gather up what little you can find. You do see that there is a small scrolled piece of paper. What is Knoll's? It's written in a strange language. But you do kind of see like the sketch of what looks like the caboose of the train. And just kind of like a crude X on it. But then there's a bunch of like writing on there that is in a language that I doubt you speak. Does anyone speak Knoll? As they do have their
Knoll.
own language.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
So yeah, that is where we're at.
Okay.
Guys, I know that we're checking out the stuff that's on here, but
Yeah.
it seems like urgency is better than not.
Mm.
We
Shall
need
we
to go that
at least-
way. We need to go.
Towards
We need to.
the engine.
Yeah.
Lead the
I'll
way.
I'll just start running atop the carriages towards the engine then.
Yeah, I'm just headed up that way. I'll let the guy with the axes run in front of me, though. I have no problems with that.
Yeah, fair enough.
I see the two big boys running off and think neither one of them even thought to offer to give me a ride.
I
That
was
is-
thinking the same thing.
It's rude, is what it is, right?
It's just us two shorties looking at each other like it's like two steps every like half. We better get going, or we're gonna get fall behind.
Yeah. They're going.
There's
We're
an
going.
option here that you could take, which is just be taller, but
Oh, how very dare you!
I lean over and I go, I hear there's a spell called Enlarge Reduce. I haven't come across it yet, but I feel like
Yeah.
somebody needs to come across it. There's a
I
hot
think
pass.
you're right. I think if not him, then certainly all of his axes need to be reduced in size. That'll teach him a lesson.
Going around like, ah! Would he have just a handful of them and just throw it at it like buckshot?
Give me
And
that.
then I reduce, and then I stop the concentration. Do they get large in the? I just go into a deep thought now as we're going across the train.
As you're running across
like-
the train.
You're calculating. It's not a good time to be doing that, Sonny. Let's focus.
We're running across a moving
Yeah.
train
Yes.
Yeah.
on the roof.
Speaking of, as you guys are running and jumping from car to car, can I get an athletics check from everyone just to kind of see how everything's going?
What check? Sorry, I missed that there.
Athletics.
Athletic. Oh god.
How do we feel about acrobatics?
I guess I would accept an acrobatics roll. Sure.
We'll lean on acrobatics then.
Okay, then here we go.
How do we feel about acrobatics there, Cyril?
We felt less good about athletics. It would have been lower.
I'm happy with a measly 13.
Look, I rolled a 2, man. I don't know what you want out of me.
It's fine. I rolled a 20. Okay.
I think Romy is so sure that if she gets into any trouble, she can just misty step out of there. That she just is taking these jumps more and more dangerously, and she's finding out, oh wait, I actually can be physically capable in a way. As she's jumping over from one caboose to the other, watching the 6-foot lanky gunman fall over and go, oh my, and it keeps going, doesn't stop for him at all.
Lovely. So Cyril, as you leap, I mean, it's tough. It's a moving train. You jump towards the other one, and you kind of like miss one of these jumps. Why don't you give me a dexterity saving throw?
Hey, 18.
All right. Yeah, you're able to like catch yourself as you go to fall. So like you are able to grab hold of the edge of this and pull yourself up. It does probably put you towards the back of the group a little bit, but
absolutely. I pretend like I'm looking over the edge to like check for people crawling along the edge, and I'm just like, nope, we're good. Nobody's falling on the side.
Oh, that's what you were doing. How wonderful. Excellent reconnoitering, sir.
Rekka, huh?
Chop chop.
Yep.
Less talky, more walky.
Oh.
So, yeah, with that, you guys are able to kind of like make your way up. I'm not going to make you roll for every single car you're jumping over here. It is a decent sized train. So there are probably like 7 or so cars between you and the engine. But you kind of make your way up there. Also, just anyone who's following our chat, advantage was given to Romy by one of our viewers. So if is needed, it's there.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. The map of the front of the car, the engine. Train engine. All right. So because of the way this kind of engine is laid out on my map, we've got, you guys are technically probably stop on the car before this. So I'm going to put you at the edge of the map just so that you can still obviously see everything, but just know that you're... Oh, that didn't activate. What happened? Oh, that's what happened.
The viewers on the right map.
It's me.
The watches.
It's my watches is doesn't have vision, or is actually not on this map right now. So let's do this. Bam. There we go. Eventually, I'll figure it all out.
So,
all right,
Bill, real quick before we get started,
yeah,
I wanted to check on something with Hex.
Okay.
So Hex says you target somebody. It can last for up to an hour.
Yep.
If that person dies on a later turn, you can then put it on somebody else.
Yeah. So you still technically have that spell.
Yeah.
I'd say because you're within the hour.
The follow-up question to that is do I need to make a concentration check for the fact that I almost fell off of a train?
I mean, technically it would be only if you took damage.
That's up to, I mean, it's up to you, sir. That's all I'm asking.
I think it's fine. It is such an innate spell for you at this
Pretty
point
used to it, yeah.
that minor things like, almost dying from falling off a train, you know how to hold on to that spell. So yeah,
we call that a Tuesday.
It's a yeah. This is a normal day. The guard that was with you guys on that train had kind of decided to follow along with you guys, so there is that extra rifle with you. There are, as you kind of come up to the scene on this engine area, there is a small group of 4 gnolls that are like on top of the charcoal itself at the moment, like exchanging fire essentially with. There's a guard like at the front of this engine part, and then 2 engineers inside. So the frontmost guard there is like using the door as cover and like firing out at the gnolls, kind of trying to keep them at bay. You do see that there are a couple of bodies of guards that are like laying dead, kind of like around the doorways and area around there. And you've passed a couple of dead gnoll bodies on the way too. But as you come up here, actually, let's see. I can do it this way. If I do this, does that work? Okay, cool. Yeah, why don't we get everyone to roll initiative, since this is kind of like a new setup here.
Jim, as we were running up, would I have been in a position where I could have actually have touched Sunny's hand? Like, to squeeze it comfortingly? Knowing we're about to go into a situation?
I mean, that's kind of up to Sunny. Would you have been running close enough and or allowed Rami to take your hand at some point during this run?
Yeah, I would have let her hold my hand. We hold hands quite often.
Okay.
It's been a trying week.
Yeah, it's been a trying week, guys. We've been through a lot. All right. So I'm going to give you guidance, just as a thing.
Oh, fantastic.
That's all. Good for the next minute.
Well, I got an 18, and then I guess adding that on 21 for the initiative.
Okay.
There you go.
Sam's up to 21.
18 for me.
15 for me.
15 for you. All right.
16 for me.
Cool. And then, okay, is anyone doing anything else along the run? Any other prep work? Any, I don't know if there's any healing or anything like that anyone has access to. But
I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
I already had mage armor up, so that's good.
All right. In which case, as you kind of reach this front of the car, Sunny, you are first to act here.
Okay.
And the spatial distance here I'll leave to kind of generally to you guys. There's probably about 5 feet more between here and the top of the last car. So wherever you want to be on that other car, whether you're at the edge or further back, that's kind of up to you.
I'll be on the further back part of the next carriage.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to keep them distance away from me and the gnolls.
Fair enough.
If I can still see them, I'll do a combination. I'll use minor image to make the head of a really basic lizard pop up, and then I will cast firebolt through it, so it looks like it comes out of its mouth
Very
at
cool.
one of the gnolls.
Very cool. All right, go ahead and roll your attack.
The 14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Oh. For a 7 fire damage.
7 fire
Blast
damage.
across his face.
All right. Yeah, you. It slams into the back of this knoll, and it kind of shrieks out and turns. Seeing the group approach, it will attempt to fire. It's got like a basic revolver style pistol, nothing very fancy, back at the party. However, didn't matter who I targeted, that one's not going to hit. Let's Let's see. He gets another shot though, and that also misses. So 2 shots kind of ring back at you, which catches the attention of one of the other gnolls in the back there, and he is also going to attempt to fire his shots. Ooh. We're rolling like a. Alright. So 2 more shots fire off at you guys. So these back 2 gnolls have already fired. And then Romy, you're up, followed by Cyril and Ice.
Okay. Right. I think I'd like to.
Oops.
Yeah, I'd like to run, jump into the. Oh, there's another one. Wait,
There
why
is
are you
another
running?
one. I forgot that I had a leader.
Another
quotes
one?
on there. Yeah.
Magically appearing gnolls.
It's just.
Yeah, as I'm running, I was like, whoa, 4 I could handle, but 5 is
Now
too
I'm gonna
many.
hold back. Now I'm gonna hold back.
Now, I was gonna be a hero, you guys.
I just put
but
the
now.
ice shield on this one to differentiate him because he's the only one that's different than the other ones.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna, yeah. I'm gonna run up to this guy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hit him in the face. With yeah, I'm gonna swing the maul at him with a -2 to hit. Let's go.
All right. Is this the same one that was already hit by the firebolt, or?
Oh, I don't know if this guy was hit by the fireball.
I mean, would you be aiming at the guy that was hit by the firebolt or someone else?
I went for literally. I wasn't planning the attack.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything coordinated or clever.
So I will roll, and
Throw me.
we'll decide.
Yeah. 17 to hit. Like, she hits this guy right between the legs.
Damn.
It's amazing. She was aiming for his head. She does 4 points of damage. I got 1 + 5 -2.
All right.
Slight love tap. And then I'm going to bonus action Misty Step away from them. Can I get to the outside of the engine?
Yeah, you could teleport in. So like this area is in here. You'd be able to there is a window right over there, so you'd be able to kind of see it and be able to teleport yourself in.
All right. Then I shall do that. And as I leave, I shall be using my Steps of the Fae on them. And as a result, these 2 at the front have disadvantage on any attacks they make against anyone other than me. As I look at the 2 of them, they say, "You're not bad. You're both good boys. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Who wants a vote? Who wants a vote?"
These
wants to
2
go
that
walkies?
you were right up against.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Sounds good.
I'd like to have dropped my maul at their feet, if that's okay. I
Sure.
have plans for that.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. Cyril, you see Romy kind of run up, hit one with a oversized. Was it actual maul or was this the rolling?
No, it's the rolling pin.
Oversized rolling pin.
Yeah.
It's a huge, oversized rolling pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
I need these guys actually to do a charisma saving throw, DC's 14.
DC
otherwise-
14.
Yeah, sorry.
You're good. You're good. Charisma saving throw. Charisma, definitely their strong suits. That was a 13 and 16. So one of them fails.
So maybe the one that I didn't hit is that's kind of funny.
So
And
is he
Romy's
not
in
at disadvantage? Or
He's
or-
not at
okay.
disadvantage.
So the top one there that was hit by Sunny's firebolt is not at disadvantage to attack other people.
Yeah.
All right. Cyril, you're up, and I will try to remember to
Excellent.
keep the map in the right spot.
The one that took the firebolt is, as I would like to say now, my bitch.
Okay.
Also known as Hexed.
Okay.
And we would like to just walks up to the edge of the train car behind, which I realize is going to make your life more difficult, but that's my plan, is because I don't want them to come hit me, because I've already been hit, and I'm not okay with that. And just pulls out the pistol and just blasts one right into the target.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. Look, this train is moving in really weird ways. I am not expecting this. This is not what I'm used to. I rolled an 8 total.
Yeah. It like pings off of the edge of this coal bin. Them having a little bit of cover from that. And Ice will be up next, followed by the Knolls.
Yeah, so he like moves the spell over, takes the shot, giving you a chance to give up.
He's so noble. He could have killed them with a Deadeye shot.
Such a good marksman. It meant that shot.
Absolutely, that's what I need everybody to believe.
Ice, what are you up to?
Ice is gonna come down to
I
them
do not believe.
and just sort of put himself between them and the party. Just maybe a bit here.
All right.
Take a swing with his great axe at one of them, and then wait and hold the action for when they move. That whenever one moves again, to do a second great axe attack. Oh no, that would split the action. Never mind. He'll just make two attacks at them.
Yep.
So first one is not going to hit,
Okay.
as the natural one that has eventually been rolled has now revealed itself.
Wow.
Yeah. That'll happen.
The second one will hit.
Okay. Yep. That will definitely hit.
He, that's a great axe. I don't know what kind of axe he had before.
It was an okay axe before, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Mid
Yeah.
axe.
So because that rolled again with this cleave action that you seem to get with the great axe as well, it means I get another attack on somebody that's not him.
Okay.
But I just don't think I get to add my ability, basically, but I don't add my ability modifier to it if it hits.
Yeah.
Oh, that will hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that does perfect. Minus the 12 damage
So,
to the second guy.
so 9 and 12. Okay. Were you raging or no?
And yeah, with that, he then starts to feel the blood accelerate through his veins and stuff like that, and will begin to start feeling a bit more angry.
Alrighty. Nice. Alright. This guy is going to jump over, feeling the pressure from everyone advancing, and he is going to make his attacks against the guard in the door. Let's see. This guy. Okay, let's do one of these. Ooh, 19 will hit them. Oh yeah. He pulls out this long whip, kind of put together by bone and sinew, and like whips right into the window. And the guard in front of you, Romy, falls down dead after these two slashes go off, taking him. Let's see. Okay, and then he's going to kind of yell back at the gnolls behind him and say, "Let's finish this." I guess it'd be in Knoll, so you wouldn't hear exactly what he says. But either way, this one of these gnolls is going to attempt to pull out their short sword and slash at Ice. However, that was a 10 total, so it misses.
Deflected off one of the many axes on his body.
Yes, it's thought they had him, but just pinged off of one of the many X's. We got this Knoll's going to kind of climb over to the edge here and attempt to make his rounds of attacks on Ice. This guy's got bite, misses horribly. Oh my gosh. Okay, 17 to hit.
Yeah.
And that will be 5 halved to 3. And a 16 to hit you?
Yeah, that hits as well.
Okay, so that's 7 halved to 4.
He's a hurting now, boys. Lady.
Yeah. This other Knoll here is going to advance up here. He's going to. What does he have?
They've fallen into my trap. Said the honey to the spider.
He's going to attempt to break through this door here using, I'm going to say, one of his attacks. So he basically runs up and slams against this door a couple of times, finally breaking through and getting into the car. But he used all of his efforts in order to make that happen. Sunny, you are next up to... Oh, I forgot the guards. These other random guards are going to attempt to do things. So before you go, Sunny, we've got the one up there is going to take his rifle shot. Now, one pings off of the metal, right behind Ice. Apparently, though, he's a train guard. Just cannot shoot on a train. One of these...
He's not a trained guard.
No,
he's just a guard on a train.
Exactly. That's where the people on the application screw up, too.
This only do it on trains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These two guards in the cart are going to take out, they're engineers. They have on them, these small little, pistols, and they try to shoot the Knoll. One will hit and actually deal 6 points of damage. The other one will kind of fire, and it goes wild out the window over there. So that's one Knoll does take 6 points of damage. And then it's your turn, Sonny.
Okay, seeing that these ones are starting to break off, I will cast Neferi's Mischief. It is a 20-foot cube, so I will be getting the first 3 Knolls and then this guy in the middle as it reaches up to the doorway.
Okay.
I will. You fill a 20-foot cube you can see within range with failed draconic magic. We're just going to do a bit of illusion-y magic. A roll on the mischief table. It is a 1. That means smell of apple pie is fill the air. Each creature in the cube must succeed a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you until the start of your next turn.
Okay, wisdom saving throws for the lots. All right. We got a wisdom here. 11, I'm assuming, will fail.
Yep, 14 to beat.
Wisdom here, S5 will fail. Wisdom for this guy, and 18 will pass. And last but not least, a 3 will fail. So the only one that passed is this kind of pack leader that you guys see here. The other ones are charmed by you, right?
And in a fit of panic, I will shout to them, "Quick, jump off the train!"
Okay.
We're going to kill them if they don't.
All right. Let's see. Where are we at?
I can do a persuasion roll if you'd like.
Sure. Yeah. Let's see. What's
I have no plus or minus on that. Ooh, so close. 8.
okay. Let me just look up the charmed condition really quick to verify.
Yeah, sure.
Can't attack the
What
charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects. The charmer has advantage on any ability check to interact socially with the creature. So you do get advantage on your persuasion roll.
Okay, I'll roll. Got stuck on the corner, nearly went to that 20 again. 14 that time.
Okay. Alright, 14. Let me see. Because they're not necessarily compelled to do this. But
Yeah.
we're going to just... Yeah, that was a really good roll. Let's see. Any of them... Alright. Alright. So, is that your turn?
Yes, I have a minor illusion. I will make a door appear where the other Knoll went inside in the cabin.
Okay.
Confuse the hell out of the one coming up and hopefully panic the one inside.
Sounds good. This Knoll on the top here seems to be more or less like not at all affected by your suggestion to jump off the edge. Just he's the one that rolled good on my wisdom check. So he's going to... The problem is there's only ice there. Yeah, he's going to make his attack on ice. A 21.
No, it doesn't hit. Never hits. No.
So which one is attacking ice? This one?
Not yet. That one's not there yet.
No, it's the
Okay.
one above it.
The one above him, who succeeded on his roll. It's only 2 points of damage.
It's fine. It's 1 to me. That's no problem. Or is that, sorry, 2? You've already reduced.
It's already reduced. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And then the next one will be
Those
2
landing?
points of damage after being reduced as well.
Another 2.
Yep. And last but not least, yeah,
Almost in single digits here.
that's another 2 damage. Rolling low, but enough to do a couple points here and there.
We're not the people that carry healing potions
Yes. I was gonna say.
or have healing spells.
Oh.
It's alright.
Just having a quick moment.
Everything's fine. Okay, this one
Hey.
is at disadvantage to attack anyone but Romy. And I think he's gonna use his sudden rush ability to increase his speed and not provoke attacks of opportunity to chase after Romy. He is going to use one of his attacks on the door and discover that it's an illusion by attacking it, and then move in. So he will have one less attack against Romy. So 19 to hit you, Romy.
Well, yeah.
And
Sure.
the 9 will miss, though. So he's going to do 4 points of damage, which I don't think gets through the armor of Agathis.
No, it doesn't.
So he takes
So,
5
yep.
points of cold damage.
10.
10 points of damage. Well,
Let me
Yeah.
do. Wait. Let me check that. Let me check that, please. Sorry. Oh my god, this cold
Depends on-
damage both increased by 5 at level 2.
okay.
Yeah, he takes 10 cold damage.
All right. So as he hits you, like his sword that he was wielding strikes this barrier of energy around you, and he just freezes up and falls down dead, as he only had 9 hit points left.
Nice.
So yeah,
That's right. Good boy.
As he falls to the floor at your feet, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So he's down. Is there not another one right here, though?
There is another one right next to you.
Okay, I'd like for him to do an intelligence saving throw for me, please. The
Okay.
DC is 14.
14. Let me find character. Intelligence saves. Always an old strong suit. But I did roll a 16 total after the minus one.
Can I use my inspiration die to change that? Make a reroll it?
Yeah, why not? That's a 13 total.
Yes, King. All right. So, what I'd like, if I am looking at this map correctly, right here in front of my Knoll friend
Yeah.
is the opening into the engine. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's where they like shovel coal and everything.
Okay. So, what he's seeing there is the most beautiful female Knoll face right there on the lid. And she's saying, baby, you know I miss you so much. All I want is some sweet, smoochy boochies. Give me a little kiss, a little kiss on my lips, my little kiss, my little baby. Come here, my baby. I need you to give me a kiss right now. Okay? This female, hairy-ass Knoll, wearing like bright red lipstick all over its maw. And it's got bright magenta eyeshadow as well. And I don't know what's going on with its mane, but it is sexy in a disturbing way. My little baby, just my little smooches, just a little kiss. And he's going to feel absolutely compelled as I cast Phantasmal Force. And she's going to say, the kisses, they burn you, but they feel so good because I'm so hot. So hot. So he will treat the phantasm as if it were real.
Okay.
Will rationalize any illogical outcomes from interacting with it,
Okay.
and it can take damage from the illusion if it represents a hazard. So on each of the turns, it deals. It will go up to it, and I will deal with it 2d8 psychic damage.
Okay. So this psychic damage happens on its turn? Or on your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
No, on its turn.
Oh my gosh.
So I've done that, and as I do that, I think I can't do a bonus spell because I've done an action spell, which is very frustrating. So I think I'm just gonna walk away from him, if that's okay.
David, there's so much to unpack about this.
Right?
yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna slide past this guy here as well. Gonna go on the other side of the guy over here. So I'm right in the middle of everybody, and I'm going to say, "Who loves you, baby? Let's go." And I'm finished. That's my go.
Technically, you might be charmed by me by going in there, but you like me anyway, right?
Sonny, I don't have to tell you this. I am charmed by you every damn day.
Auto-fail
You're a
on the
goddamn
charm spell.
talking magical kangaroo. If I'm not charmed by you, take me out into the woods and shoot me, because my soul will have already have left.
All right. The knoll you pass by, though entranced by this female knoll and wanting her badly, does try to swipe at you as you walk away, but a little too distracted by this female. I don't know why my head makes like Puerto Rican knoll, but like New York
I
Puerto
see
Rican
that.
knoll.
No, you know,
Like-
I was kind of channeling Rosie Perez meeting Miss Piggy. That's what I was going for.
I love it. Dawson's like, can this get any worse?
Like the
He's
female
really broken.
gremlin from Gremlins 2. That's
Okay.
what I'm in my head.
Cue the fan art.
Someday that'd be amazing.
all I can think of is describe the sexy rat.
you're up, Cyril.
I would like to be normal
Nice.
here and simply shoot my enemy with a spell.
Okay.
Nah.
Yeah, it's so boring, but we'll go. With
I
it.
look. I know. I'm a pathetic human being for this.
I didn't say that.
17.
We'll hit for sure. Yep. Any out of the? I'm assuming 2 of these that are frontmost. Is there one that you're desiring to aim at?
Yeah, the one
Hex
the
one,
the
right?
one that's hexed.
That makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We'll do 7 points of damage.
All right. How does it look as you finish off this Knoll?
Yeah, so it's very similar to the last one where the bullet, like the shot that comes out of the gun it looks like a almost a large comical bullet, like think very much Who Framed Roger Rabbit almost.
All right.
Not quite like with the faces and that, but very like larger than it should be, but still very bullet shaped. And when it hits, it just enters into their body and kind of like doesn't do damage, but as you see, like from their skin, like black like veins shoot out from where it like very much looks like I'm shooting like illness into them.
All right.
Sick bullet, bro.
Ill.
Yeah.
As we used to say in the 90s.
Yeah.
Sick bullet, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And bonus action, I'm assuming put Hex on one of these other ones, right?
Yeah, we'll put it on the boss.
On the boss. We're also going to have targeted now on this one. Perfect.
And then I will take some pity on our friend Ice here, and I will come join him and give this Knoll something else to think about.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Speaking of Ice, it is your turn.
So, due to my rage last round, what you'd all see is just as that as you can see the blood maybe flowing through Ice quicker, like the sudden like image of a wolf gets flashed and then it just disappears very quickly again. So anybody that's attacking anything that's on 5 feet of me now has advantage if you're attacking it, because I didn't realise that was a thing until I read my actual character description again.
Overrated.
Yeah,
Guys,
exactly.
read your sheets. Hot tip.
And at that point, I'm going to attack this one to the just still in the coal, and make 2 attacks at him with a great axe.
Okay.
So let's see how they fare this time. That's not good. That's not going to hit. Second one, neither hit.
Okay.
I'm telling you, this train is making it hard to hit.
It's tough. It's tough. It's
Yeah,
moving. It's bouncing. The
I'd
engineer's
decide.
distracted, so it's probably not going at optimal speed. Yeah.
I think that is literally everything I can do.
Alrighty. So we got the Knoll leader over here. He doesn't have to make another save or anything on his turn for this, right? It's just on your turn when things do, they make. Okay. Well, he was presented with a target, and he's not gonna pass up this opportunity. Let's see which one. I think he's just gonna do this one. Let's see if this recharged. Does not recharge. So he's going to make okay, 22 to hit you, Romy.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Only 6 points of damage as this whip.
There's
Slashes
one
out.
too many.
Uh,
Well,
Told
okay,
you
he
this
still
before,
takes
Romy.
10 points of damage.
Don't make the leaders horny.
I will do what I want, when I want, how I want.
And he's got one more attack on you. However, it does miss.
Okay.
So yeah.
My armor of Agathis is gone.
Alrighty. So we worked through that at the very least for him. We do have 2 Knolls left over. This is the one. This one is charmed. What I was going to rule is that because he is charmed by you and he took a moment to consider the jumping off the train to be safe, he is going to lose his bite attack. But he's going to make... this time I guess he'll go after Cyril because he just presented himself and it just shot one of his guys. But a 10 and a 12 I think will both miss.
Yeah.
So, yeah, his attacks fail. The other one that is in the car, well, I guess he's here to stop the train. So he's going to take his damage, which is, what, 2d8 from making out with the engine. So if you want to roll that damage, Romy, and he's going to attempt to attack the engineer.
Love to hear it.
So
A 6 and a 7. 13 points of psychic
13
damage.
points of psychic damage.
That's
As
a headache.
Good. And, I mean, not for nothing, he is kissing a hot furnace. Would he not take fire damage as well?
we're just gonna go that this is part of his psychic damage thing. Yeah.
Nice.
It's good as it is. All right.
Do you not
He
remember
does.
the impression?
Make 1 slash against the engineer, and is there a saving throw at the end of the round for this, or once he's in it, he's in it?
Let me check.
Not that I expect him to pass a said saving throw, but just
No, it's just they can take a study action. So they can take a full action to study the phantasm
okay.
with an intelligence check against my spell save DC. If they check succeed, they realize that the phantasm is an illusion and the spell ends.
Well, that's not about to
Like,
happen. So, Sonny, you're up.
Okay. I re-rolled for my area effect mischief spell,
Okay.
which I rolled a 2, which is magical dust from the train fills around everybody and their eyes, and I need a dexterity saving throw or everybody in the cube is blinded until the start of my next turn.
All right, Romy, give us a dexterity saving throw while I'll roll for the other 2 that are still moving about.
Do I do that with advantage because I've got Genie?
Do you do that with advantage? No. Genie's not out.
She's my familiar. She's in my pocket.
Are you saying the genie's still in the bottle?
Yep.
You are
he
the first one to say it.
Did not rub her the right way, so
All right,
Yeah.
fine. Flat roll. Fine.
that's
I
right.
don't-
The
I don't
leader does
care.
pass. The other one fails though, so disadvantage.
I'm
Is now
blinded.
blinded. Okay.
You son of a beat thing.
I think if you're blinded,
Okay.
right, other attacks against you have advantage.
Yep.
Okay. Just checking, making sure I have my rolls right. Anyways, Sonny, that was just your ongoing effect.
That was just the spell. That's not even the action. Yeah. Action. I will fire at the closest knoll to me with another firebolt.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Wait, there's
That's
actually
not gonna hit.
At advantage?
Oh wait, do I have advantage on him because he's blinded?
Makes your screen go dark. That's crazy.
I think so.
I can't see
How does
anything.
it-
It's just my guy now.
Because you're blinded, bro. That's how it works.
Um,
I'm gonna just put weakened on you, just because that is a little unfair. You can't see anything, but I was like, "Oh wow!" When I put blinded on, you can't see a damn thing on the screen. That is pretty cool. Well done, Foundry.
It's weird. It's almost like you can't see.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, I didn't
So
sign up for that to happen when I had the blinded condition.
I know old 5e, I'd have advantage. Do I still have advantage with the new one?
I believe
With
so.
being blinded?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, cool.
You would
That's
have had
16 to
advantage
hit.
anyway because it's within 5 feet of me.
Oh yeah. Yep. Pack tactic thing.
When I
Either way,
understand,
16 will
I
hit,
didn't think it was
so,
blind to me.
damage
free fire damage as
3.
the smoke around his eyes starts to burn.
So he takes 3 fire damage already. Perfect. He howls in with pain as he's unsure where this fire
And
came
then
from.
I will use minor illusion again to make a door where the other one slashed and went through, but this time the door is made from metal.
Okay. Romy's up, followed by Cyril and Ice.
Okay, Romy's up. Time to do amazing things. Blind, can't see anything. Ah, shit. Okay. I can't do that because need to be able to see. Cool. Can't go that way. Need to be able to see as well. What about this one over here? Can I do this? No. Okay, that's cool. Last one. Let's try this one over here. I may not know much, but I know how to blast. Don't need to see for Eldritch Blast, which is insane. Okay. I am at close range. I know he's right in front of me, even though I can't see.
Yep.
I grab hold of something hairy that's dangling, and I just charge everything I have into it.
Phrasing.
Hell is that?
I'm gonna go with a good old fashioned bird imprint, just like flicking the bird and then pressing it in, and then just watching it like push into his body.
Disadvantage either way, but
Yeah, I know, but if I'm gonna get this guy, let me get
I
this
love
guy.
the image.
That is a 16.
16 will hit.
Nice. My guy takes a full blast of 14.
Damn.
Right through the groin, aiming up through to the back of the spine. And I just look up, unseeing, as I see his. You go, oh, I go, that's right. I will spay your pets. And that's my turn because I can't miss these steps because I can't see.
Cyril and Ice. Cyril first.
While we definitely have a wonderful Knoll right in front of us,
Yeah.
we're gonna pull a move from Wanted and just curve a bullet around this gentleman in front of us and throw an Eldritch Blast at the one that Romy just did damage to.
Yeah. The fondled
My
pack
man's
leader.
coming up with wanted references. This is going. I love it.
And I hit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, take 16 points of damage.
Yikes. Thank God
Max
this is the
Eldritch.
leader.
He also gets max Eldritch Blasted from me with a low roll on the hex.
He's just taking it and not liking it.
30 damage.
Anything else on your turn, Cyril?
No, I'm good.
Ice, you have a Knoll that is blinded in front of you, so you would have advantage on the attacks.
In that case, just might be basic here, but just 2 standard attacks again with a great axe just to try and get this guy down now.
Yeah. Makes
He's
sense.
see somebody to the
Panic
left of
mode.
you,
He's
like-
nearly dead. Like,
Let's see. It doesn't take much for a great axe to make you dead, no matter where you're at. That will hit.
so
Just make sure if you didn't roll it with advantage that you're checking for crits.
Oh yeah. Reroll. Yep, that's fine. So that does 14 damage in the first hit.
14 damage. He howls in pain as he goes from almost no damage to almost dead in one swipe.
And the next
Now,
one,
that is a great
advantage. That's 15 or 14. I'm guessing the two of them don't hit.
Either one would hit. So you got.
Oh, either one would hit. Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, their AC is 14, except for the leader, who has one higher.
Measly 4 this time.
Oh, is that and that includes your rage damage?
No, sorry, nearly died. No, neither of them have. None of my attacks have been with the rage damage because I keep forgetting it.
Okay.
So actually, what he's got is an additional +4 damage on top of that.
Good, because after your second attack, he was at 1 health, and I was like, is he adding that rage damage? So yeah, he falls down dead as you slash him. What does it look like as you finish off this blind Knoll?
With the sort of the blood coming out from where he's been attacked, and the axe in hand that's now starting to drip with him, he's just again he's actually probably more looking scared than he is happy at this point, and it's just like almost blind panic just swings, gets him right in the lower part of the ribs, and just lodges there, pulls it out, and then just starts running towards the other one because he's again just trying to finish this now.
All right. What is the saving throw as he runs into the...
The dexterity 14, or you are now blinded as you run into the smoke.
Dex save.
You
you have danger saves
advantage.
as a barbarian, you have advantage on that save.
Yeah.
God for you, David. But
you had
don't
3
make a
other people
blind bit of
behind me.
difference.
Oh no.
Alrighty.
That was the 8
wow.
and a 4.
Alright. As
So
you,
you now
run
have a blind cat with an axe running at you.
forward.
I gotta say, this has been a really effective spell, Sonny.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's a cool spell, and it's worked just
I'm-
equally as good.
Look, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm not going into this place where it makes people blind.
Cyril's just watching, like shaking his head, like, nope, not gonna do it. Nope.
Yeah.
Thumbs
up.
Speaking of, you got a
I'll
Knoll
see what happens
path
on the next
over
turn. If not, I'll drop it.
here. Alright.
I love this thing because it's definitely the second time it's caught Romy and done something to her.
Right.
Yep. And I think we can both lay very good bets that she's definitely going to do it at least one more time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's 4 effects. You've only been hit by 2 of them, so.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're going to definitely get the full collection and maybe get like some extras for trades.
Romy, the Knoll leader, will pull back his whip, and you just hear the smack as it hits across you. Being blind, you don't see it coming. You take 10 points of slashing damage. And you were the one that grabbed his junk and sent an Eldritch Blast through it. So he's going to go again for 10 more points of slashing damage.
Sure.
And his ability does not recharge. So that is his go. And we've got this one who is going to attempt to deal with this engineer.
Who?
The one
This
in
guy.
Kiss the furnace.
13 will hit.
Does he not get the crackling psychic damage?
Is
from
that at the
continuing
end of his
to
turn or
kiss
at the
as
start
well?
of his turn?
I don't think he's going to stop kissing this sexy woman, is he? I mean, why would he do that? That'd be at the start of his turn, surely. I will find out. Hold
I
on.
don't know.
It's like you've dealt with my arguments before.
I don't remember off the top of my head, but
Oh, wow. It's on each of my turns.
Oh,
Such
your
a phantasm can go. Yeah, I screwed that up. I'm so sorry.
that's right.
New spells, learning all the time.
That's
Sorry,
all right.
guys.
So he does slash at this engineer and will take him out. He will probably perish on your turn. But either way, it's Sunny's turn now.
Okay, let me just roll to see what happens to this spell.
Yes!
Uh,
Roll for me.
it moved to. I rolled a number 3. Each creature in the cube must succeed a wisdom saving throw or begin giggling until the start of their next turn. The creature is incapacitated and uses all the movement to move in a random direction.
And you said
I
this
got
was
a
a
12.
Oh no!
said this was a wisdom.
Yeah.
All right.
All of their movement to move in a random direction.
What could go wrong on a train?
I am going to chuck it out there, though, guys. As the spell effect changes, I will drop the spell, seeing there's only one Knoll and 2 of my allies in there.
I think it would have been an epic way to take out 2 of them at the same time. It would have been a
If both of you
frickin'
just
medic.
went left and right and the Knoll just stood there
Yeah.
watching you, I'm like, why do all my companions keep dying?
Uh,
I would have been fine. I would have missed a step
Yeah.
after a while.
after a while.
But, yeah. I dropped concentration on that
Alright.
spell.
As your concentration on the spell alerts you to the effect that's about to take place, and your allies and this Knoll start feeling the effects of this like building up of like just delirium. You let it go, and it is your act though.
Okay. I will use my action to chuck a fireball at the Knoll in front of me
Alrighty.
for a 19 to hit and 6 fire damage.
6 fire damage on the Knoll pack leader. So yeah, he takes 6 fire damage. He howls out in pain. Definitely not feeling great. You two no longer are blinded, which is perfect timing for Romy to go.
Yeah.
With tons of hit points sitting there, Romy. What
Yep,
would you
yep,
like to
yep,
do?
yep, yep. I'd like to Misty Step
Do you want to do that guy's
away.
damage? Before you forget.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah. Good shout, good shout.
2d8.
So, first thing, kissy.
can you roll
My
anything but
I
minimum?
must tell you, I look at you and I think you are a very capable lover. Why don't you burrow down my throat? And he's gonna, more than 2 points of damage, he's gonna go inside the actual engine. Down he goes,
All right, he
burning his hands, opening it up. He
Sees
jumps
her-
inside that field.
unable to withhold his desires, jumps on in to join his lover in her fiery embrace.
God damn right. Bonus action, Misty Step. Deuces. Jump back here with everybody else.
Welcome to XP Guild After Dark.
Yeah.
You know the best part about that spell? None of the rest of us can see it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. As I do Misty Step, I give myself temporary hit points.
Sounds good.
Because I can do that. Refreshing
That'd be-
Step. Get 1d10 temp hit points. Oh, cool. Alright, it is what it is.
I mean,
That is my
that's
turn.
puts you at triple what you would have had before.
Trebled what I had before, 100%.
I thought that was just your bonus action for your Misty Step.
Oh, that's right. I look at the guy and I go, I see the hole that I've made in his groin. I'm going to aim my second Eldritch Blast right at it.
Okay.
Perfectly normal actions. 16 will hit.
Yeah.
And I say to him with 12 points of damage, you're not welcome here. Go home. You're a bad dog. Bad dog.
Yeah, probably would have hurt him if he could have heard it as he died from your Eldritch Blast. How does it look like as you finish off this last Knoll in this front assault?
It carves through him a perfect heart shape, as if it was like a cake mold. Just goes straight through the in between his legs, creating an extra space of an absence of where his balls would be. And you can see it by the little lumps which are there.
All right. And as the kind of train keeps bouncing along, you guys will see this second kind of engineer walk forward and kind of peek his head out. Is it safe?
Yeah, all your friends are dead though, so you might want to make this train go.
Yeah, I'll keep it going.
Off you go.
Your negotiating tactics do need work, Romy, but yeah, fair enough.
Bill, while the conversation's going on, I'm going to use the magical cunning and spend a minute to get a spell slot.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I might do the same thing. I see you do it, and I go, "Ooh, I should be doing the same thing." Yes, I sit down next to you.
Can I have a quick scan over the Knoll captain,
Okay.
see if he has any more paperwork or anything of interest, basically?
Yeah, why don't you give me an investigation roll?
Can I give myself guidance?
Guidance, sure. And let's see, 2 of them are recovering spell slots. Ice, what are you up to as you see Sunny kind of hop over to the captain of the Knolls?
Ice kind of covered in blood, half panting, still coming out of a rage state, just kind of drops to a knee because he's like so near death at this point, and just kind of is trying to just get his breath of some sort back. But then, while still in his anger, rage remembers that cool looking sinew weapon that he has and goes to try and hunt for that because he thinks it'd be either fun to keep or sell.
Okay.
And then at that point, just kind of, if he sees it, he'll take that and just kind of sit somewhere in the corner, just kind of heavily breathing.
Sounds good. Yeah, totally. You could find this bone whip if you desire. Yep. And
I got a 24 total for the investigation.
well, I'm
Damn.
sorry, you needed a 83. No, of course, yeah, you totally. Yeah, no problem with the 24. First, can you roll me a d8?
D8 roll. Uno.
Alrighty. Let me find this item on here. You do find this sort of strange clockwork-looking amulet as you kind of rummage around this knoll.
Our enemies seem to enjoy necklaces.
Yeah.
I
pick it
noticed
up.
this too. Actually, it is a thing they like.
I have
I put it to my ear.
I had
See
a
if it
random
kicks.
list of things, and you guys just enjoy rolling the randomly neck-like items.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that there's a definite, correlation
Definitely, this
that
part
seems
of the
to be
country
occurring.
is, this part of the country necks are where you bare yourself. Or
Assuming I have an extra moment, I will pull out the wand of detect magic and just give it a quick wave and a point. See if there is anything I should be worried about.
Apparently, I
In
should
regards
not
to this
open up
necklace.
chat like that. Okay. Yep. There we go. There we go. Everything's fine. Nothing to see there. I sent the link, as anyone who's watching our screens there, in Zoom chat, to it. Actually, yeah. So the and I'm cool with it because it's not actually a magical weapon, but it's a cool. So this bone whip the Knoll Pack Lord has is deals 2d4 slashing damage.
all right.
Nice.
So it would be a whip, and then just you could probably add a whip to your thing, and then just modify the damage that it would deal to 2d4 to that one, plus whatever your whichever stat you're using with the whip itself, which would be strength. I'm assuming for you.
Yes, it would be.
Yeah. He's got that. Then he's, there's a couple of like crude javelins and stuff if anyone desired some javelins. Other than that, Sonny, you also will come across a collection of like gold and silver to the amount of 32 gold, essentially. Like, there's some silver and copper and stuff, but like altogether, 32 gold would be the
as kind of how I've been raised, it's collect and then sort out later.
Yeah.
Just master would never worry at the time, get me to take it. So I would just pocket all the 32 gold at the moment, add it to my inventory. Same with the ticking clockwork amulet, and any paperwork that looks like, but these gnolls don't look like, say, the most intelligent ones.
Yeah, does not appear to have anything like... The other one had like something that was like a direction of like focus on the caboose sort of thing. This one seemed like it was a pretty straightforward send at the engine and didn't need schematics or anything to like try to encourage it to go to the right target.
Yeah.
And kind of with that though, like you hear and have been hearing the distant gunfire, but it seems to have kind of subsided at this point. And as it kind of gets quiet, I think that's a good place for us to take a short break. It is right about our normal break time. So we're going to take about 15 minutes. So anyone watching, thank you again for joining us. We will be back in 15 minutes, and the party will decide what they want or can do from there. And we will discover more, perhaps, about what is or isn't going on at the other end of the train. So, see you shortly. Alrighty, welcome back, everyone. Our party has dealt with the assailants of the train up front, anyways. They're kind of left there with one of the two engineers up front still alive. We kind of checked in on him, keeping the train going. In fact, probably even like shoveling a little extra coal in to gain a little extra speed here. What are you guys up to? As the sounds of gunfire from the rear of the train has seemed to die down.
I will look to people and be like, did they stop because they won, or stop because they ran out of bullets?
Not because they died. There are other people with guns on this train. You know?
We should go find out.
Yeah, let's go through the carriages this time, right?
That sounds better.
And we listen out for any footsteps on the roof in case anyone tries to sneak past to get back to the engine.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask a question, GM, with regards to message?
Okay.
I can point towards a creature within range and whisper a message. They can hear it, and then they can reply in a whisper that only I can hear.
Uh-huh.
Can I go to the engineer and say, if anyone comes along, you only need to whisper it to me? And I'm using the spell message in that moment. And I say, don't say anything now, but the next words that you say will be a message that I will hear. And can I then leave?
What is the duration of the spell, though? Isn't it like instantaneous?
But I thought that was just to get it out there to them, you know? Okay.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty limited being a cantrip. Like, you can't. Besides, at some point, you're moving beyond the range of the spell.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. No.
Yep.
Always trying to find an edge.
I know.
In which case, what I will do is I will leave Jeannie with the engineer. And I instruct her to message me if anything is happening, and I should be able to hear that through telepathy, yeah?
Yeah, that's a more reasonable workaround.
Done and done.
Okay, cool. And the engineer will, as you kind of like leave Jeannie there, the engineer will kind of reach into like this little cubby hole near the front and grab a bottle with red liquid inside and go, here, thank you. If any of your guys are hurt, this will help a little bit. Sadly, these two are beyond that help. And he'll glance at, the dead bodies of his companions there.
Yeah. If we had a healer in the party, we might have been able to help. Oh well. Thank you for this. Stay alive. If you die, no one's bringing you back. And I look at Ice, who's absolutely beat up to hell.
Down
right?
the potion of healing.
and I go, okay. And I give him the potion. I'm on 12 hit points, including 4 temp, but I know that he's going to be in the middle of it if it comes to it. You know?
What potion was it you gave me, so I can just add and use?
Just the basic. It's 2d4 plus 2 healing.
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
No problem.
Drink this, big guy.
Yeah. So you guys start off heading through the train itself.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way through the carts, and there are people that are all have been kind of like huddling in their, like, those that have the sleeping cars are like huddling inside. They kind of like timidly peek out a little bit as they hear your like hurried footsteps as you move through the halls. They're trying to stay out of the way. A few of them recognize you guys from other heroic actions you've already taken on this train. Those who are, well, what they think are heroic, you know, they have the conversation about the guy who came in to the train, you know, firing in the gambling room there. You know, those in just like the regular seating cars are like huddled back, like as you pass through the dining car, which is kind of like empty at the point, except for like the employees who are basically huddled behind the bar area, like clutching rudimentary weapons, like, you know, a butcher knife or like a, you know, chef knife sort of thing, and you know, various, like a bottle for the bartender sitting there, like tenses up as the door opens, then like relaxes a little bit as you guys go through. He offers out a bottle of essentially like vodka. Like, you guys need anything? He like holds one out in case you guys needed a little pick me up or a weapon.
Take the
of some
bottle as
sort.
I walk through. Thank you. Okay.
Eventually you guys work your way back. You get to the point where there's like animal cars, and it's like either many of them are you'd have to climb up and go on the roof to get across. So you guys like get up and you make your way through. You get back towards the back of the caboose, and you see the back of the train, the caboose. You see there's a couple of guards that are kind of like standing around there, like rifles, like in the kind of ready position, like pointing down a little bit, but like still like in their hands, like ready. And they tense up a little bit as they hear you kind of jumping along and coming at them, but they kind of ease off a little bit. What's going on up there? We heard fire and then it got quiet.
Yes,
Same
it
here.
happened.
Everything's fine now up ahead. How's everything back here?
It was rough. There was quite a few of them, but we overcame them. A few of them got inside the cart, but
Yeah.
there's they're dead now, from what I can tell. And kind of like glances through. There's like a whole area in the roof of the caboose that has been like there was basically like a vent area or whatever, or a hatch up on top that has then been torn open, and as he peeks in, and if any of you kind of like look in, you'll see that there's a large cage in like the center of the caboose area, and inside that there seems to be like a vault, and then down below there are 3 gnolls that are just like laying lifeless within the caboose area itself.
Visually in my mind, I feel like there's a spotlight straight in the center. Does that mean there's like shadowing around the outside? Or can we see the whole of this room and it's literally just the 3 dead bodies?
It is, I mean, there's some shadowing, but what you kind of see is an assortment of what looks like various valuable items. There are like crates that are packed up and look like they have, you know, they're storing something of value, something of worth. There are like chests that are like have heavy locks on them, and
Okay.
some various barrels and stuff that are within there. And like I said, in the center there is a like crate within a cage. Like there's a large like vault almost thing, like a safe looking thing within a larger cage that gives a couple of feet in between the bars of the exterior cage and the vault itself.
Fair enough. If we can all see in there, I won't put dancing lights in there. I assume there'd be shadows in places.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and it illuminates this kind of space. And you see there are a couple of like carpets laying on the floor itself. There is a metallic like set of armor there. If anyone wants to give me a perception check, let's see what if there's anything else you guys spot of note.
Oh,
I got an 18.
Okay.
that's great.
Uh,
Better than me.
well,
all right, if we're all going on it.
22.
22. Okay. Cyril and Ice, for the most part, will spot on the armor itself. There does look to be like it has like this mace that's like part of the set of armor, but as you look at it, there is like blood splatter that's across like the mace and the armor itself as it sits there like stationary within this overall vault area. And there's one of the Knoll bodies looks like it had its head basically bashed in by what would look like the mace and is kind of like sitting at the feet of this pseudo armor, and the other two are laying like lifeless upon these two carpets.
So this suit of armor is like what you would see in like a castle where it's like standing up and it looks like
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
So it's an animated suit of armor.
What? No.
Ice wouldn't realise that, but he'd know there's a pretty penny probably there and try and grab it.
Yeah.
There are people with us watching us currently,
there,
correct?
there are guards that are still like standing around and they're like glancing in at this vault, and they certainly seem reluctant to go in themselves.
Yeah.
What have we seen these guards on the train before?
They are similar to the guards that you've seen throughout the train, and there's the one that had come up to help you guys fight off the Knolls. These look similar, but they have like slightly different coloration on their uniform, and they seem a little bit more hardened than the ones that were like throughout the rest of the train.
And I get a perception of a sense that they are on the up and up. They are actually just there as a guard. Okay.
I mean, you can give me an insight check if you like.
That's me being paranoid rather than what she is. She sees two men in uniform and she's just super happy.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what's
And
in the box?
If
I think
if like Ice went to like reach in or like climb in or anything, one of the guards would be like, I wouldn't do that, mate. And just kind of like give you the eye, like, what's going on here?
It's Ice got that he could.
I'm too curious now. Can I use my wand of magic detecting? It's
Sure.
got 3 charges, so I will use it again. I get the detect magic spell. That one lets you learn the school of the magic.
Okay.
2 questions. What sort of is the armor giving off? And the chest in the middle in the cage, is that giving off anything? If so,
Yes.
what sort of school?
So the chest is like the vault area itself would be giving off like probably an evocation school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Let me see. Let's see. Okay, you get a transmutation off of the animated armor, I would say. And let me see. I forget the name of this. Okay.
Has anyone asked the guard what's in the box?
No.
And
No.
also, you'd pick up transmutation coming from the 2 rugs that lay on the floor.
Interesting. I can only speculate what they are, but I share the schools that they give off with the other people.
Ice is going to take one of his hand axes and like tie it to the rope he's got while still outside the room, and then going to try and like hook that over the armor to pull it towards us to take a look.
The guard is right there, like right there.
He's too curious at this point.
Right, I understand, but again, he's looking at you. He's next to you. He's giving you the stink eye. Carry on.
Yeah, the guard will kind of like look at you. Best leave well enough alone, man. We'll deal with the bodies when we stop. And other than that, this vault here needs to stay as it is.
What's in the box?
Don't really know. Whatever it is was put there at the start of our train. And when we get to Andresen, someone will come to unlock it.
We
No.
I would very much like that insight check. Him saying he doesn't know.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and give me insight.
I know nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he seems pretty stoic about it, but doesn't seem like he's really attempting to hide what he's, thinking or saying or doing or whatever.
Mm.
Was
Basically-
anything taken at all?
Not that I can see. I don't think they survived long enough to take anything out.
Hmm.
They kind of had to work their way through us anyways, and there wasn't...
But he says that, and then I look at the hole in the roof that they had obviously ripped open, and then being outside the room, I'm just like, you took out all 3 of them?
Oh no, we were fighting the other ones, and he kind of gestures. You had kind of passed a couple of bodies on roofs nearby, and like kind of on the space, like on the stairs by the doors of this like little caboose area, there were several other bodies, and you kind of see the guards themselves. Several of them have like blood splatter on them from like closer combat fighting. A couple of them have some wounds, trying to hold themselves pretty good. And then he like looks back and gestures back down the track a little bit, and like for those with like really high perception checks, you'd see like the specks of what probably looks like dead bodies that had fallen off the edge of the train. Well, we had our hands full. A few leaped over us. We were stationed down by the doors. When we were able to fight off the rest and come up here, they had apparently torn open the roof and climbed in.
Oh, I see. I understand now. And just out of character, is this the last? This is the caboose. This is the end. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the caboose.
Okay. So, I believe the train is clear. We came from the engine. Unfortunately, a few people died, but one guy survived, and he's taken us to the next town. I assume so. We're still on the same track.
Yeah, there's not much else between here and Drayson. A couple small little towns. Maybe we'll pick up a few more guards or something there. Send a message to the company.
Is this normal? Like, I don't get to ride the train often, but there was somebody attacked in the betting cart, and now these dog animal Knoll things look, I assume, organized. They had a target.
I mean, a little bit worse than normal, I'd suppose, but there's usually some sort of bandits or gnolls or orcs or whatever that are pestering the train. Many think that we're a easy target. Hell, if it weren't for you guys dealing with the front, maybe we would be. Saw a pack of more gnolls waiting along the track, but I suppose they were just hoping that they could get the train stopped and they could board in a larger force. But either way, it looks like we're safe for now. I don't have any real authority other than just watching after here, but I would think that we could arrange some sort of reward for your guys' efforts.
No, that sounds important.
I'm like, whoa, you guys are still here.
When we get to the next...
We have been absolutely motionless until the moment there was reward money. We're all here.
Ears go back, get all excited.
So we've met the engineers at the front, but who would be, I guess, the train manager? Who would we talk to about at least getting some?
I mean, there's a clerk that's
medical
on board here. Who would have been probably the closest thing we have to someone in charge of the overall train. Yet to go check on him. He was in that cart over there and nods to like the next cart up that you guys had kind of like come across.
There's no one alive in there.
Well, when we reach the camera blurred. When we reach this next town, I'll check in there. There'll be a depot there. I'll send some messages forward while we refit and resupply. We'll figure out our next course of action. I figure either way we got to push on to Andresen, but I'll gather up what extra forces I can. We'll arrange something.
Well, can I ask how much would these forces be paid?
Oh, our guards?
Yeah, if you're looking for extra people to cover you until you get to Andresen.
Well, if I'm gonna pay a one direction fee sort of thing for guards, usually pay for about 20 gold a person.
We're on the train. You're on the train. You need someone who can actually look out for you. We like gold. I look at the other three and I go, I mean, we're here anyway. We might as well earn 20 gold pieces just for sitting around anyway.
I'm happy to do some normal work for some normal gold, so yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I can't authorize the full thing right now, but I think I can make it happen.
Tell you what, why don't we volunteer? And then if you can make something happen along with this reward that you done talked about a little bit, see what happens.
All right. That sounds like a good thing. My boys here will keep this caboose area secure. If you guys can see to kind of the front passenger car areas, make sure that the engine and those cars are safe. And
yeah, I think we'll go get us near the engine.
Sounds perfect. Our next stop will be.
Oh, that does remind me.
Yeah.
If y'all have any like backup engineers or whatever you call them folk. The one guy who's left up front might need some help.
Yeah. We'll see what we
'Cause
can muster.
He a little alone.
Yeah.
Maybe just someone who's strong and can take direction, and they can tell them what to do.
Yeah, I'll leave some of my boys here. I'll go up front alone. Yeah, we're gonna be coming up on Bighorn Town up there.
That was going to be my next question. Do they have any idea of how long till the next town?
Kind of like glances at the nearby train and how quickly they're going off the tracks. Well, judging by how this backup engineer is pushing this train, probably about 2-ish hours or so.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We'll reach the town. We'll spend probably our normal couple hours refitting, refueling, and then push on to Andresen.
Repairing.
We'll get there sometime tomorrow if everything goes right. If you guys need anything there, then it's a good spot to gather up some stuff. Mainly known for their livestock. They have a large sheep contingent there, but some nice folk.
I can eat lamb.
It's good. It's good there. The local inn, they've got a nice little like lamb stew if you're in for the heartiness, or there's a couple of spots that have some nice like grilled lamb. That's kind of the way I like to go. Nice like lamb steaks.
Well,
Yeah, I love it. I like
I'd-
that.
I'd love to sit here and continue to discuss the food that we do not have within our reach, but perhaps it might behoove us to move forward.
Yeah, I'll
Yep.
I'll head up with you guys. And he gestures to a couple of his guards. Keep an eye on this area. Try to secure that roof, and we'll get some more work done on it on our stop. And then they'll kind of start climbing over. They'll climb down and go through the next cart and look in and see that there's like a clerk. This kind of older human male that's like clean cut, hair's already gone white. Had been kind of like hiding underneath the desk, and apparently is laying dead and bleeding on the ground as like this slash mark from one of the Knoll's crude short swords had finished him off as on their way through. Well, I actually like that one. Well, and he'll just kind of continue up with you guys.
York would look from the one alive in the corner going, what about me?
He'll go up to like the engineer area and put his gun down and start helping out, looking over the gauges and stuff, and talking to the other guy who's like explaining to him basically what to do, because this guy he's a guard, but
Just combat it,
yeah, he's like, all right, and you start shoveling in some coal.
Nothing like someone who does guard duty who finds someone who thinks they're an expert in your field of expertise. It's a common trope for me in my life, I find.
Yeah, so the next couple hours, I guess, are just guarding. Short resting would be nice.
Turns
Ooh,
out
yeah.
that Cyril has figured out what guards actually do and just puts his feet up, like leans back in a chair, pulls the hat down, puts his feet up, and says, "Let me know if y'all need me."
And as the train kind of rumbles on, you guys are welcome to take any short rest you might like on the road from here to the next stop, which is Bighorn, as he called it.
We can take one then.
Yep.
I'm gonna do some arcane recovery and get a couple of first level spell slots back. I didn't get hit, so I don't need any hit dice. I'm all good.
Rub it in.
Oh no, I didn't mean to. I was saying I'll do a little bit of arcane recovery, and then
I burned a hit dice, but I also short rested.
I may have burned 3 because of how low I was.
Yeah, I've burned 3 as well, but I'm back up to max. Even though I
I'm back
lose
up
my
to
10.
45 out of 53. So.
I'm close enough to max that it's not a concern.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
my character sheet actually says I've still got 1 temp HP. I'm not even sure where that's from, to be honest. I mean, I think that might have been when you did one of your Step of the Wilds near me.
Could be. Could be. I don't know. All right.
Yeah, I might have
Let me
given
get
that to
rid of
you
it.
back then. I would get rid of that.
Get
Get it. Get rid. Get rid.
Even though,
I don't need it. Wow.
well, I'm not saying that.
that
I'm
good,
sitting on
doesn't
29
get hit.
HP at max. So,
Note to self: attack son. No.
Yeah.
So yeah, after about an hour and a half to nearly 2 hours, you kind of hear the whistle of the train go, and you kind of see it up ahead. For those who are like looking out over the train, you see kind of coming out of the middle of the desert area. There starts to be like some areas that are a little bit like more grassland. At this point in the year, it seems to be pretty much dried, but you see here and there are these large sheep, like probably even oversized sheep. They're probably close to like 4 to 5 feet in height. Look pretty big and chunky, very like woolly, kind of like a tannish wool color to them. And there's a few farms here and there that you can kind of spot. And then as you're kind of working your way through some of this farmland, slowing down more and more, you see up ahead there's a small village. Really, there seems to be like one larger like tavern building. There's a couple of like smaller shops. There's like a blacksmith, a carpenter, like a general store. There is another like restaurant spot that's like right next to the train tracks as well. There seems to be a minotaur male that's like standing out there with like a large grill that's like a 10-15 foot like grill out in front of him, and there's just like meat that's on there just like simmering and steaming up as he's cooking up. And there's several of like the locals that are sitting out there, and as the train like comes to a halt, a lot of the people that were on board kind of stumble out, just looking for that stability of being on solid ground and in a civilized location. Start heading towards various places, the tavern or this little area where there's these large like bits of lamb cooking on top of the this grill.
What say we as the train pulls to a stop, you just kind of Cyril like wakes back up effectively, and let's say we go find our friend that talked about giving us some money.
He's right there.
Yeah, you see the guard had like climbed down from the engine area and is currently like walking over towards the train
He's getting away.
station
Quick, get him. I
booth
pulled up
area,
Boomerang.
like essentially the ticketing area. And he's kind of like walking in that direction, his rifle slung over his back, using the strap on it. You kind of see you guys nod and gesture towards the little office area there as he kind of steps in and like walks in to try to make some arrangements.
I think I sit down next to Cyril, and the two of us are just staring at that door, daring him to make a break for it.
Anything else you guys are working on? Or are you just waiting for him to come about?
Yeah, I guess there's not much else
Yeah.
at this point. I'll try and see if we can get a bit more information. I'm curious why the Knolls targeted that one specific chest. Like,
Yeah,
even from the crude pictures on the ICE's paperwork he collected, looks like the end of the train. They targeted this part for a reason.
Okay.
If
And it's
the
in its
guard's
own
more
case.
lenient to talk to us now about the now we're all employees,
Yeah.
I'll ask again.
After about
If
15 or
one
20
of the-
minutes, he comes back out. And at that point, he's carrying some bags with him. And he walks over. First of all, I owe you guys a bit of a reward. So they've agreed to hire you on for the 20 gold from here to the end of the line, Andresen. Plus another further 200 gold as a bonus for your efforts on board
each.
the train. 200 total. I tried to get it. So I took the liberty. I hope it's okay to just split it up. So there's 70 gold in each pouch here for you.
Wow, that's so nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I also was going to grab some lamb over there at Larry's.
Harry's
Marry
lambs.
lamb.
Yeah. That Minotaur knows how to cook up some lamb. If you'd like, it's on me.
Even better.
What's this guard's name?
Oh. Miguel is my name.
Miguel.
Miguel.
Miguel, it was. I don't mean to be blunt, and I look around almost like I'm telling a secret, and I don't want normal people to hear. Like, we're all guards here now.
Yeah.
So it was obvious those Knolls are trying to get to that thing in the chest. Now, I know you can't tell me if you know what was inside there, but I just want to warn whoever owns it that somebody's targeting their belongings.
Aye. Yeah. Well,
Do you know who it is on the train, just so I can give them at least a heads up that they might have more trouble at the next place?
I mean, honestly, it's probably not even someone on the train. We're always
really?
running. We're always running goods and valuables from one spot to the next, and quite often it's someone in the city that's hired on the space to transport some sort of good or valuable item of theirs. I mean, they could be targeting something specifically, or they could just be attempting to take the only spot that we really carry, massive valuable items. If they robbed all the individuals, they'd make some good money, but a lot of the times they come in these smaller forces and hope to overpower and take, the one area that would be worth their while.
So the Knolls regularly attack the trains looking for various treasure.
Yeah, we get some
Riches.
attacks from time to time. Some of them more successful than others. But yeah.
Are they ever disorganized?
Oh, I mean, yeah, they do a pretty good job of trying to gather up their forces. It's I keep trying to get the Rangers or someone to sweep that area and do a better job patrolling it, but they're pretty stretched thin out there.
Okay. I guess we're trying to ascertain whether or not this situation was part of the norm or whether it was a situation created by whatever's inside that crate.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really concerned about it, when we get to Andres, then I can put in a word and see if the owner was looking for someone to investigate further, but no guarantees they will.
And you have no idea what's inside that.
No, I actually try not to know what the hell we're doing in there. It's safer that way. Job security.
Fair enough.
Anyways, we'll kind of gesture towards the Minotaur, and we'll walk over and gesture towards a table where there's enough room for the 5 of you guys.
There is or there isn't?
Yeah, he finds a table that has it.
Okay.
And a lot of these tables are like long, like picnic table style, like
Castle tables.
areas that are out. But he finds it, one that's, mostly empty, enough for all of you to sit down and kind of gesture towards the Minotaur and, put his hand up, 5, and then he'll glance at you guys. You guys all want? I didn't ask if any of you are not into meat, and kind of like glance at Sonny. Do you, sorry, I don't encounter many of your kind. And do you like meat, or do you prefer more? He does have some good grilled vegetables and stuff.
No, I don't. I'm so confused by the question because I said I eat meat. Yeah, but some foods I haven't had before, so I suppose it depends on the flavoring.
All right. And he'll gesture, like 5 over towards the Minotaur, and see this like kind of big dark furred Minotaur kind of nod his head and keep working on it. After a little while, you see a female Minotaur, like lighter fur, kind of come over, set down the plates in front of you. Y'all need anything to drink or anything else?
Shot glasses, please. I pull out the vodka bottle that I took from the guy in the sleeping garage.
Yeah, sure. She'll come back with some small glasses, set them down for you guys.
I would like a glass of milk.
All right, yeah, we'll get you some. Hopefully,
As he says glass of milk to the Minotaur, Cyril will visibly
I did not even clock that part.
Yeah, that the like hat comes down and he just
she did a little head nod, like, then from the kangaroo was like
Completely innocent.
Alright.
It doesn't have a clue what. It's just generally just like, I know beer tastes bad and coffee doesn't taste great, and I know milk tastes good, so sticking with the milk.
yeah. I hope sheep milk works, but
Yeah. I didn't know what else. Well, milks do you have or don't have? I don't know. Yeah, sheep milk's fine.
good.
I'm doing my best not to laugh here. Cyril's just like, don't do it.
She comes back with the glasses and the glasses of sheep milk. Sets it down. There you go, sweetie. Enjoy. You guys need anything else? I guess these are on Miguel's tab, so
Yep.
you know.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. We'll take some to go packs of meat. Thanks. Wait, Miguel's paying for everything, right? No. You know what? Sorry, Miguel, that's not fair. We won't do it to you. We'll just take your money.
No, I'll take the meat as well.
Miguel's slowly going to realize he's sat down at a table full of absolute outlaws.
I know. His head's like, these are the people we're paying to protect the train, but I don't got much other options, so. Yeah,
Make it work.
the lamb
Come,
served.
Miguel. Use those managerial styles you're famous for. You can do it, Miguel.
The lamb served. It's a nice, like, thick, hearty piece of like lamb steak with like a kind of a sweet glaze drizzled on top. There's a couple of like roasted vegetables that are also next to it. And Miguel will kind of like heartily start eating, obviously hungry after the time on the train.
Eat.
Yep.
Wipe away big milk moustache from face. Continue eating again.
So, where y'all from? What brings y'all out here?
Oh. He says that and my tone just drops. I'm just like, oh.
And he's just saying it like, you know, he's at dinner
Yeah,
and
I know.
he's with a group of people he doesn't know.
Yep.
He's like, I should
Yep.
probably talk, you know.
Damn good food here. Appreciate you bringing us over here, Miguel. Just real good food. Maybe when we get to these different towns, y'all could help us find other places to eat that are similar.
Yeah.
Appreciate your expertise and willingness to understand the situation.
Fair enough. Not the talkative sort. Well, when we get to Andresen, I'll check in with the main office. And if you guys need pointing in the right direction towards something, I'll let you know. We should get there tomorrow, barring no other unfortunate circumstances.
You might actually know. If one were to be looking for an airship, to be able to identify it from one scene from the sky, what would be the identifying markers that would be recorded somewhere to let us know whose ship it is or where it is based?
Well, I mean, not many an airship out there, honestly. They all kind of belong to the dwarves in the north, as far as I know.
Have you heard of this kind of one? And I will put up a minor image. Oh no, I think about doing it and then I go, minor illusion. I go, actually, you know what? Sonny, can you do one?
So once more, Rory doesn't actually have the spell she's trying to cast.
Yeah, I will whimsically make a ship in a bottle version of the airship
Nice.
on the center of the table.
Oh.
I actually have a bottle in my equipment, so I could place that in the middle of the table and then you can create it inside that bottle.
We can do that.
If you want the extra step, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Well,
It really gives them something to hold if they want to pick it up. The illusion will stay in the middle of the table, but still.
I mean, certainly looks dwarven make. Really, the most identifying thing would be the name of the ship. If you had that, and I don't know, there might be some logs or something.
I guess I write the dwarven letters that were on the back of the ship across the table with magic markings. And like, I saw this, and I know it's a language and writing, but I just don't know what it says yet.
Oh, Heaven's Drift.
What?
We all just, I guess we were just looking at my, as I remember.
I mean, my dwarven isn't the best, but I
Pretty
learned a
sure
little
it's
bit.
better than mine.
It says Heaven's Drift or Drift in the Heavens, or I think Heaven's Drift's the proper way
Like, is that
trans-
the name of a place? Maybe in the north?
I mean, I would think it's the
Seems
name
like a
of
nice name for an
a
airship.
ship, but
As
I
it
mean-
drifts through the heavens.
it gives you something to work with if you're
It does,
asking
you're
around
right.
the town.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Uh,
Miguel, thank you.
least
Yes,
I can
Miguel,
do, I
thank you.
suppose.
I
if you get to-
push a shot of vodka to him. There you go.
Thank you. And he just downs it right quick. If you guys are looking for the ship, I suppose. And Drayson, there's a tower there that's run by a group of the dwarves. They tend to do any incoming dwarvish airships, land there, refuel, do whatever, move on from there. Most of them head back north, where the major dwarven kingdoms are residing.
So
This is
there's a
good,
tower. Yeah, we gotta. Yeah.
We need to get a message to our friend ahead of us. He should be waiting for us in Andreas, hopefully.
Yeah, he's probably already there.
I mean, if your friend left on one of the earlier trains, then yeah, it should already be in town somewhere.
Yeah. Unless he got sidelined by all this lamb.
I wouldn't blame him. I've thought about settling down here before.
Lamb on the
Yeah.
lamb.
Get out.
Anyways, I don't know how to get a hold of your friend in the town. The office really only has a one-way communication to the main office. They're not much for running errands, but once you get
Could have
there,
left us a note. Chalk somewhere. We just got to find it.
all right.
That's a good shout.
Chalk.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to look around the station, and as I'm looking around, I will explain to the others the red, green, blue. No, red, yellow, blue, right? Rulings. And I'm looking for any of those colors to see if anything's been written either on an understep or anything like that around this station.
All right. I think looking around, you probably don't see anything of that sort. I don't think Og would necessarily feel it's necessary to like leave you a message unless his plan changed, and it seems to be no change in plans here.
Okay.
Well,
While
I'll make a
Something
note on
like
there, right in blue, saying I'm going to take like the second step down, saying made it. And then I'm going to put an arrow pointing to made it, and then I'm going to put Og, look. And I'm going to that's like it's like the worst version of that message, but that's what she does. Is she like, that'll work. That's perfect.
okay.
until it rains. If it rains. We're in a desert, yeah.
We're fine.
Yeah.
Won't rain for 7 more years.
What sort of time of day is it? Like, does this town have a general store? I want to get a miniature figure of some sort out of clay, if possible. Reading my master spellbook and noticed that it's a couple of components that I might need if I want to try and cast these spells.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's starting to get on the later side, as in, like, you know, the sun's starting to set. But yeah, there's definitely a general store that you guys can see. It's not far from the train depot itself, strategically placed in order to, you know, gather anybody who comes off the train looking for, you know, something to take with them on their journey. Yeah, if
I will head there and I'll tell everybody that's what I'm going. If anybody wishes to join, they're more than welcome to. But I'm literally only popping in to see if they've got any of these and looking at some of our wounds, maybe a healing potion spare just in case.
You may join for that to see if they've got a healing potion as well, just because I've got a feeling, knowing me now, with the situation that we're in, it could be useful.
Yeah, as you kind of walk in, you see a elvish female with kind of like what almost looks like blonde hair at start. You kind of see it's got this like slightly like tealish coloration to to the air. Kind of turns as she hears the bell on the door open. Ah, welcome. What can I get for you?
Big pop up as I can, and I'm amateur magician, and I'm just wondering if you have a couple of maybe miniature figures and ornaments I could use for some of concentration style stuff. I'm I don't know if you have it, but a small sculpture of a hand made of clay would be perfect. As I'm looking around on the shelves to see if you've got anything of that sort of description. Or I'm just in the wrong store.
Well, I mean, I don't rightly now. Out of that character, is there like a monetary value that needs to be for this, or just...
Nope. It literally just says a miniature hand sculpted from clay. So I'm just literally looking for a
Well, I don't.
clay itself if needs be.
And that's where I was gonna go with it, just because I was like, I don't think you have like a hand molded of clay. I don't rightly have a clay figure of a hand, but I do have some clay. I mean, in general, it's meant for just children and stuff to play with on the train and elsewhere. But if you'd like, I've got a supply of clay, a couple that are dyed of various colors, or some that are just regular earthen tone.
Yes, I'll take 2 pots, one normal and one coloured.
All right. Do you have a preference in the color? I've got a blue, yellow, green, or we do have a pink one. It's kind of more popular with the young ladies of the train.
Of the train.
Yeah, those who
I'll have
come
yellow.
on the train.
Seems
Yellow.
a little cold.
All right.
Yeah.
She gathers up 2 of the pots. They kind of come in almost like clay pot vessels with like a leather on top, and the one with yellow has a yellow dyed leather on top, and the other one's just kind of like plain looking leather.
How big are these pots? Like, am I thinking like 2 pound side, or are they like little like?
I think
style
they're
pots?
littler, like maybe
Okay.
like a 5-6
'Cause
inch,
that's
maybe little.
No, that's perfect.
Ball
Because
sort of
if they
thing.
were huge, I would just have got the one. But
Yeah.
I'm only tiny.
Bill, that looks like it's a 500 milliliter clay tub that you're holding there, judging from my experience of having a child.
I'll take your word, since being an American, the only reference I have for milliliters would be alcohol bottles.
True.
I was like, that's not freedom units. I don't know what this is.
It's smaller than a
Standard
normal
can of
alcohol
Coke.
bottle.
No, a standard can of Coke is 330 mil, so just a bit bigger than that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, would it not be a tall boy in America, the can size?
Probably close. Like a bottle of like off the shelf vodka or
Dave's gone and
whatever
got
is
some pop.
750 milliliters. So it's a little smaller than that.
A tall boy is like the size of a monster can or bigger.
Yeah, so I think that's about 500 mil.
Yeah, it's probably. Yeah.
Play-Doh. Kids Play-Doh. You're really trying.
Probably
I
roll
just
getting
realized
there.
I'm trying to
Free, no one
green
cares.
Play-Doh on a green screen.
Yeah.
Tough. Get a little
And
bit
then
of
I'm
an
showing
orange.
I'm colorblind as hell, man. This is difficult for me.
It's so good.
Unopened. This is fresh. This is fresh kids dough. This is
Fresh
good
kids
shit.
dough. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
So a couple of those. Like,
Uncut.
If you could just put them on the side, I was wondering if you've got any anything to help healing, or potions, creams, ointments, bandages, anything
well, yes.
along that nature.
I've got only about 3 like of the more magical healing potions, and then of course there's a healer's kit if anyone has any expertise in that sort of thing.
Who would do a thing like that?
No. Okay. So for the the clay. You say you got 3 of the healing potions.
Yes, yeah.
What's the total of that at the moment?
Well, each potion runs at 50 gold apiece. The clay would be about 1 for the amount that you wanted. So we're 151 gold at the moment.
Okay. Okay. I look it over, and then you see me put my hand in the middle and slide 2 potions to the side. I'm like, and I will take this, and I signal to the clay and 1 potion.
51. 51 would be our total. And your big feline friend here. Do you need anything, sir?
I am also in need of maybe some healing as well.
I have 2 left at the moment now. They're 50 gold apiece.
So funny if she said more.
Yeah. The 75 apiece now.
Supply and demand.
Huh?
Down to just 2. They're going quick. No, they're 50 gold apiece.
She's a dog person.
Wow.
Oh, 1, yes, no problem. She'll take the one that's left over and like put it back behind the counter and gather up the money from you guys.
I don't know if you've seen the message, by the way, but when I was as Sunray's like looking through stuff and like talking to her, he's just quietly like wandering around the store, seeing if there's anything that can be lightly pocketed.
Oh, I mean, sure, just depending. I mean, it's a general store, so anything of like massive value, like the healing potion or things like that, are all behind the counter. But if there are like minor trinkets here and there, or like small little items that you're looking to like add to your stash, we could do like a sleight of hand or a stealth roll or something like that to kind of see what it
Can
is.
we roll some sleight of hand and just see what we'll get later on, if anything?
I mean, if they're like basically like if you want to look through the base, like roll sleight of hand to see if she notices or not. But then basically like if there's anything on the
She notices. She very much notices.
she kind of like, oh, if you need help with that, dearie, just let me know.
Yeah, having realised he's been caught, just no. Just puts it back down.
He kind of like eyes you a little closer from then on, but yeah. She tries not to
I like
make
the
a big
idea.
deal.
You're putting on a balaclava helmet and you're pulling out a bag that says loot on it. And she comes over and she's like, can I help you, son? You're like, no, I'm fine, thanks.
Why do you ask?
Do you never do the balaclava dance?
Oh man. Yeah. So with that kind of concluded, was there anything that Cyril and Romy were working on while these two went shopping, just kind of relaxing and?
I remarked to Cyril, I go, it would be nice to know what's in the box, just if only to be able to protect it better.
You know, I had this thought that if we don't know what's in the box and we just pretend that it's expensive, that's owned by somebody else, it doesn't really change anything. And
Right.
then I'm not tempted.
To look inside.
Yeah. Because if
I
I just
mean-
assume it's something boring, right?
That might be something amazing.
It might be. And you might get your head blown off when you stick your head inside.
But I might not.
I cannot argue that logic.
So you're gonna help me is what I'm hearing.
I'm not going to hinder you.
I'll take it. I think I'm gonna walk to the back of the train, climbing over the top of the train caboose, just going over the top of it.
Oh, I'm not letting her go anywhere alone.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And there are like a couple of the guards that are still like standing like around the caboose. Like one is like leaning up against it smoking, another one is like up by the doors. And a third one's like up on the roof, kind of like overseeing two workers as they work on repairing this like large kind of like a trap door essentially that's on the top of the roof.
Okay. So, she doesn't have a plan. Let's be very clear. She is...
What? Romy?
What?
Never.
Crazy. But the guards are at the front of the caboose, right?
So like there's one at the like front of the caboose. There's one leaning up against the side of the caboose, more towards the back, and there's one on the roof that's kind of like overseeing these like three workers who are currently like working on like hammering in different supports and refixing the roof, at least to a passable, defensible position.
So there's no one in the caboose necessarily.
Nope. There's no one in the caboose.
So I wave to the guys, I get off the roof, and I go into the carriage next to the caboose.
Okay.
And I turn and I walk as if I'm away and I'm out of shot. And I do one last look at the dead center on the inside of that caboose. Because
Okay.
I'm assuming that between the door and the door is a window and a spacing to be able to see inside. Does that work? Like a small window spacing?
Sure. It's not very big, but yeah, I'd say there's probably like a little barred window that can look in. Go for it.
Okay, I will. I'll do the thing. But before I do the thing, I will whisper to myself, shall we say, is the thing that I want inside that room. Is that your target?
You get the sense of a negative response.
So I can keep this for myself. Okay. I got him. I broke him.
Not where I thought that was going.
I thought it was the okay, cool. Then I
Okay,
don't
cool,
need to
we're-
worry about it.
Then I don't need to do this crazy insane thing. Yeah,
But
no.
no. It's all good.
Mind
I
you,
can't
we already
miss-
got paid to stop them from getting robbed, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Apparently.
yeah, we've already got our money.
Yeah,
we're
That was
good,
for
we're
other
good.
people, not us. We can rob them whenever we want.
Yeah, they didn't say don't rob us. They didn't specifically say that. It's not in the rule. It's in the rules. It doesn't say a dog can't play basketball. I cast
Hey,
Misty
bud.
Step and go into the middle of the caboose.
Okay. Sounds great. Misty stepped to the middle of the caboose. Cyril, did you follow along as
Oh,
when
yeah.
you decided to go into the
No, I want
clerk's
to point
car
out
and then
once again, not going to let her go anywhere alone.
alrighty. Well, in such a case, as Romy Misty steps into the middle of the other caboose, where she knows that there is a there is a large. Let's do this.
Suit of armor.
Suit of armor there.
Yeah.
Let me get to the scene here and bring people over. We're going to activate said scene. And then
Sure.
we're going to go to all the things that lets people see said scene. Map. All right. So we've got here the caboose of a train, of which right now we got a couple of these guys are not. Do I need to give you?
You would need to give me vision.
Me as well.
Alright. I wish that would just carry over. But apparently, you can only have vision once. And I gotta tell them when you can have vision the rest of the times. Alright. So yeah, you see here, at least, yeah, you're probably still not in there just yet, Cyril. But Romy appears somewhere within here. Kind of wherever you think you would have appeared.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. On the ground, there are 2 carpets. There's one suit of armor. Let me see if I have a good... Let's see. There we go. Let me find. Now with that, does that work? Nope, that's not it. We're just gonna we'll drop him in. That's a little big. So there's a large suit of armor in here.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. Why don't you roll me initiative? And you can too, Cyril, just so that I know
Yeah.
where we're at.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm going after whoever's going before me. Oh, God, look at this thing. Why?
Alrighty. As you appear, the suit of armor starts walking towards you. And let me see. Okay.
I'm guessing it goes before both of us.
I rolled a dirty 20 on him.
Yep.
So he's gonna swing as you appear. A 7 will miss though, and a 12 will miss. I'm assuming. Yep. So he comes up and like tries to hit you with his mace, failing to hit you as you go. But Cyril, you probably see the motion of something large moving within.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I would. Can I use Arcana to check this thing out?
Sure. Yeah.
Let that be my action.
Okay.
15.
15. Yeah, you see this thing, and you put together two that Sonny had told you that it was from the School of Magic, the Transmutation School of Magic.
Mm-hmm.
And what
I don't know what that means.
Magical stuff you've kind of gathered over your time. I mean, these are somewhat common for people to use as like defense of specialized buildings or things like that. Vaults.
Got it.
You would know that this is an animated suit of armor.
Oh, this is such a bad plan.
There was a plan?
I'm gonna
I made it
hang
very
out.
clear there was no plan.
I'm gonna hang out here.
Okay.
Yeah, good job. That's the way to go. I'll be out in a second, man.
I
swear on
believe
it.
you. I believe
I'm
you.
gonna. Yeah, so quick.
Cool. Alrighty, and one of the carpets actually starts to move closer to you there, Romy. Fortunately for you so far, that it is not the quickest moving carpet, but it does kind of move a little bit closer. Then it's your turn. What would you like to do?
This cage, how big is it?
It is a good, probably like 10 by 10 cage area. It's got like iron bars on the side and like a grate on top.
No way for these guys to get in there, right? But I can see in clearly.
The large armor would probably not be able to get inside. You're unsure of how well a rug could or could not slip within a thing. But yeah, you can see, and there's not a lot of room, but you are a small creature, so.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna Misty step into that cage,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and open up the box.
Okay. It is like a vault style box with like a combination lock on this like large safe. That's one down there.
How many numbers are there on the combination?
Say there's like 60 numbers on the dial.
Oh, it's a turnaround.
It's a
Gubby?
spin dial thing, yeah, like a.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I mean, how long would it take me to guess a number in this moment? Can I do that as a free action?
I mean, you're welcome to make an attempt to randomly get. Are you just randomly guessing? Are you trying to listen, or what's the?
I'm gonna go for listening. That's a better idea than what I was gonna do, which was try 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if it's good enough for Spaceballs, it's good enough for me. I will do it. So yeah, I guess I'll listen real quick and just like be like, yeah, I'm great at this. Let's go.
All right. I mean, it would be like an action to make the attempt, so it's just up to you. You wanna...
That's fine. I've
Right.
done my bonus
So
action.
go ahead
so
and
that's
give
fine.
me a perception check to see how well you can hear the dials within.
Oh shit. 18.
Okay. Pretty good roll. You're sitting there listening. It's hard to hear if there's any change. You have no experience whatsoever in this, and
Yeah, I'm listening to metal. I'm like, it's clicked. This
Yeah.
one also clicked. So is that different click? No, that's another click. This is not working. I've been inside. I know that I can see around it. I will look to Missy step back out of the train as soon as I can.
okay. All right. It would be your turns up. You guys aren't here. Okay, so the armor will kind of like step up by the opening of this and kind of like attempt to reach in.
Yeah, get away.
I'm just trying to
Absolutely
see.
not. Bad touch.
Yeah, unable to like grasp you though through the bars itself. On the other hand, Cyril, you are up.
So, my next question on these is: are they known to have like memory, or are they just like purely reactionary?
I think they're generally more reactionary, depending on, like, you know, like the base units, the normal ones seem to be very reactionary. There could be ones that are more advanced. You're unsure as to those, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I see Cyril outside?
I'm like looking in the window.
I'm gonna say probably when I see this guy like smashing into me, I'm gonna look out and go, I'm coming out. This was a bad idea.
I guess I would try like a perception. Like basically, I don't want to get involved, but I want to see if there's like, is there anybody paying attention to the noise? Because like a suit of clanking armor, you know.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Give me a
I'm
perception
fine.
check. Yeah.
It's not great. We got a 12.
Yeah, kind of hard to tell.
Yeah,
It's
there's
not.
a loud clanking suit of armor.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't heard too much over the sounds of the repair work that's being done on the roof at the moment. So that's
Okay.
kind of masking some of it. You're unsure whether the guards see or not.
It is also testament to how shit these guards really genuinely are. Like,
So
genuine.
here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my action.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody shows up, I'm going to yell, "You chased him away!" And we'll go from there.
Okay. All right. Romy, this carpet thing kind of like slides underneath the like into the bars, like works its way through the bars and is going to attempt to wrap around you.
Oh, you want to give me a hug? Oh, that's a little tight. That's a little tight. That's a little
However,
tight.
I only rolled a 14, so I do not succeed in actually grappling you or whatever on this.
Oh, it just does actually give me a hug then. All right then.
It's trying.
good.
It's like kind of wrapping up, but it's still working its way through the bars, unable to fully get you. This other rug is starting to slowly move in as well, like creeping its way through the bars on the other side. It is your turn.
Missy step. Out of the fucking train. What the hell? I'm not even thinking.
Sounds
I
good.
didn't believe it was going to be animated armor or an actual animated rug. I'm such a dumbass. Of course, that's what it was going to be.
So yeah, you
I figured, yeah.
you jump out again to join Cyril outside the train, and you kind of can spot through the window that the armor and the rugs all seem to kind of like slowly slink back to their positions.
It's a good thing you decided to check those enchantments, Romy, and make sure everything was still functioning properly, yeah?
Yeah. And also, if for nothing else, to be able to prove that these guards need to pay a lot closer attention.
Well,
someone could have come in there and just stolen something.
And I mean, we need to know the kind of people we're working with so that we can understand what kind of effort we're expected to put forth, right?
She holds up the vodka bottle up to you and goes, "So I think I'm liking you more and more. You are simply an absolutely revelationary delight, sir."
I hope that means good things. Why don't we see what our friends are up to before we this thing decides to take off without us?
Okay.
As you guys shuffle off to go locate your friends, you can spot, I'd assume at this point, Sunny and Ice kind of clambering up through the streets, making their way back towards the stop.
You're saying the large cat with a number of axes sticking out of it stands out in the crowd?
A little bit.
Go on.
Hey,
Okay,
I like
so
it.
I like
Nobody's
it.
looking at me for once.
Yeah.
So hop past Nathan.
So
It's a very clearly defined tabaxi with axes and some kind of grotesque mistake of a tabaxi next to it.
Sanctuary.
You comment on my son's body like that?
You ableist piece of shit. That's it. He has a condition. A condition, sir.
No,
For
just
being a legend.
Oh god.
as you guys kind of gather together, you hear up by the train, you hear one of the various conductors or people that take tickets and stuff calling out, 15 minutes, we'll leave in about 15 minutes. You see some of the people start to gather and shuffle themselves onto the train. And I think with that, it's probably a good place for us to go ahead and call it for the day. Yeah, we will be back. I think the aim is 2 weeks from today. I haven't looked at what that falls on my normal schedule, but I think
21st.
that should actually work perfect because my kid's in another camp that day. So yeah, let's aim for that. 2 weeks from today, we'll do it. Same bat time. I will not have to drive him, so that'll be good. And
Nice.
awesome, guys. Thanks everyone for joining us live. We appreciate seeing you in chat, joining us. Chatting with the players, giving out advantage. If you want to join us again in 2 weeks on the 21st of July, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, whatever it is, UTC 6 over there, where you guys are, 6 p.m. when we start in your time.
Yeah. 6 p.m. GP.
Yep. So there you go.
Your UTC is GMT, sir. It's Greenwich Mean Time. Always has been, always shall.
We're GMT.
GMT.
We're GMT -8.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, at one point in my life I learned how to fly planes, so I still use UTC as my middle of the world thing. So anyways, that's it. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. We're gonna roll the outro. Goodbye, guys.
Peace out, people.
I used to ride planes, but we just